Hey everyone, I have technical issues because when don't I have fucking technical issues? I'm just trying to fix some things before we properly get going here. Just having some issues trying to get some things to work because I had to reset my browser cookies, which then just locked me out of everything, which I did not realise until after I started. I need to stop that and have, sorry, everything, there we go, okay. Whew, I just need to fix things while we go, so that should be good. I know how to fix the alerts. Just give me a second, guys. I should hopefully be able to fix it. Ish, I think, maybe. Hey Dino, how you doing? Everything's going wrong. I need to figure out bloody... Yeah, do you like my lovely drawing of Willow, by the way? Because there's a storm going on right now, so this is my lovely representation of what's going on in my life right now. It's this wonderful storm that's happening. And the fact that it's giving me a fucking major headache, this storm. I don't know if you guys get that, but when I get a headache, or when there's a storm, I get such a headache. Like, the pressure gives me a headache. And it really sucks, because we are very stormy at the moment. Hello Violet, hello Potato, hello Rain, how you all doing? Welcome in. Don't mind me while I try to fix things, because it's being dumb. Did that do it? I have no idea. It's hard to tell. I feel like I need to send a test subscription. How do I send like a test alert? I don't know how I send a test alert. I need to send a test alert, and I don't know how I do that right now. Problems. I love problems, guys. It's my favorite thing. There you go, use buttons below to test alerts. Okay, they're still working. Super chat still work? They're working. Ignore the stupid stuff that's going on. Just checking that they are working. Ignore the thins, ignore the thins. Okay. Does that mean I can like get rid of you so you're not saying anything and then... Hang on a moment. There we go. That gets rid of it doing it twice. Let's do that. Oh, thank you, Graham. I'm actually testing the alerts right now and you give me something. Thank you very much. Oh, my voice went. Thank you. Much appreciated, bud. Would you ever read some Poppy Playtime characters? Indeed, yes. I think that might be a series we do at some point. You know, we've got Garten Band Band still going. Probably will move on to Poppy Playtime after Garten Band Band is done. Dandy's World is another one I want to go through because the twisters and stuff could use redesigns. But yes, I will definitely go through that. And thank you for the $5 USD. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm just testing things. So don't mind me doing some more testing. And then we will be ready to go. Sorry I had to do this, things just went wrong. The gifted member needs to be fixed because it's... There we go, save, because it's double the sound. There we go, it's good now. Okay, we're good. I think I fixed it all, guys. I think we're good. I fixed it all. Oh, Dino, welcome back to being a member. Hello again. Thank you very much. Let me up that for the Gothic phone count. Thank you. There we go. Not 98. We're not at 98. There we go. One more member, guys, and we'll do a Gothic phone stream. Just putting that out there. So thank you, Graham, and thank you, Dino, Queen Dino. Much appreciated, you two. Really appreciate that. Let's pop back on what we need to be on now. So I can bring this back over here. And go on that, so you can see that now. There we go. I think we are sorted. I think we are sorted. We are ready to go, guys. We are finally ready to go. So, what we are doing today is, I actually started, as you can see, I started this and didn't get around to finishing it yesterday, and I need to finish it. So this is what we're going to be doing on this stream. Because I need it finished as soon as for gaming channel stuff. So we're going to finish this today on the stream. Jagger, unfortunately, known one of my bad friends. Oh god, I can't speak. One of my friends is a bad person. I'm very sorry to hear that, Dino. That sucks. But yeah, we're just going to finish this off. It's basically just a stupid drawing of Ratchet so that I can use it for thumbnails when I do my learning to speedrun the game on the gaming channel. And I thought I might as well use this stream to finish it because I don't know when I'm going to have time otherwise to finish this. So, but yeah, sorry I kind of already started it and didn't do that on stream. I started it yesterday, thought I could finish it yesterday, got nowhere near finishing it yesterday. So we're doing it now. But it is what it is. I gotta figure out best ways to get this curve in. Yeah, how is everyone doing today? Now I've finished all my technical difficulties, I can actually talk to you guys. How are we all doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. I am... Actually, no, to be fair, it was stormy when I made that thing. Now it's like blue sky. There's like cloud, but it's also a little bit blue sky now, which is nice. I've been all over the place lately. I've had so much going on. I've been so fucking all over the place and like stressed about things at the moment. I'm a total mess. I'm just an absolute fucking mess right now. The video that is coming out today, which will be out in, you know, about 2 hours-ish, is going to explain a lot. It's a very different kind of video, and I just wanted to make it sort of chat to you guys and sort of give reasons why I'm a little bit less energetic at times and I've been struggling with videos. It's just sort of a bloggy, talky sort of video. Yeah. So that will be coming in 2-ish hours. Where was I? So that's his helmet. Does he have anything on his helmet there, by the way, on that bit, on the cheek bit? Or is it just, I think it's just flat metal. It's hard to tell. I think it is just flat metal on that cheek bit. But also this has like lines that do that. I need to make that parallel. I don't need to be overly detailed, just get it accurate. Okay, his chin, finish that off. But guys, oh my god, I've been working on my car, right? And it's just been like one thing after the other in my car. Like, it started off, right, my car, right, it's a little Suzuki Swift. Little 2012, built in 2012. And, we didn't know this when we bought it, but it basically, it started off that I was driving it, right? I was driving it, and suddenly, I hear a really awful scraping sound, like scraping, grinding sound while I'm driving it, and I'm like, well, that's not good. So I was about to take it on like a 50-mile-per-hour road as well, and I was like, well, I'm not doing that when it's making a sound like this. So I use a roundabout, turn around, go back home. Tell my dad, like, hey, you know about cars. My car's doing this. And so he gets it up on a jack, has a look at it. And the brake pad, so if you don't know how a car's brakes work, basically, they, you have, how do I explain it? You have the caliper, which holds the caliper holds the discs and the pads. So the way a car's brake works are via friction using pads against the discs. So the pads, when you put the foot brake down on the pedal, the pads will then sort of sandwich the disc, and that friction is what slows your car down. And obviously they are consumables. They do wear, both the pads and the discs wear down over time. It is a thing you have to replace on your car every now and then. Hang on, I'm doing good. Just finished my final projects for the second year of animation at uni. Oh, that's really cool, Dino. Dino, so I meant Queen. Yeah, you're Dino. Sorry, there's two people called Dino and I get confused. There's Dino Man and Queen Dino. That's really cool. Good on you, Green. Go for it. But yeah, so basically a car's brakes work by the friction like that. And the discs and the pads are things that will wear down over time. You have to replace them. Not a problem. They're probably the cheapest parts on a car for that reason. And so that goes under there, and the pads of the brake, There's supposed to be a pretty thick bit of pad there. Yeah, they were non-existent. They were just fucking gone. There was no pads there. Those brakes weren't working. They were done. They were gone. And fucking... And the pads, like I say, they're called pads, but they're not soft. Those pads aren't soft. They're softer, but they're still pretty damn solid metal, these pads. So they completely worn down and they were gone. They were just gone. Which is incredibly unsafe. I was driving around a very unsafe car in that respect, and somehow it passed its MOT like that. This is its first MOT with us, and if you don't know what an MOT is, it's basically a thing we have in the UK that's a yearly test that every car has to go through to make sure it's safe and roadworthy. If you don't have a valid MOT, you can't drive the car legally. And the main reason we're doing all this is my car's MOT was coming up, and it's actually expired now, so I can't drive it until it's all fixed and had its MOT, but... main reason why we're also doing this, so its pads are completely gone. The disc was damaged because it was metal against metal and it just scoured the disc. Not only that, there is so much rust under there. It's so rusty under my car that the caliper, excuse me, that the caliper, which is what holds the disc and pads and like moves the pads as it wears down, is totally seized up and was just not working, and we had to buy a whole new one. So it had new brake pads on both back sides, new brake pads, new brake discs on both back sides, new brake caliper on one side, new shock absorbers on both sides. We've had to sit and scrape rust off and give it anti-rust paint. And we've still not even got to the front of the car, which could have corroded fuel lines and stuff like that, and it's just not great at the moment. It's doing a lot of work on that car for it to get through an MOT. I mean, we got the car for cheap, but it's like, damn, how did this happen? They really did not look after the car, the previous owners. And you wouldn't know it was in this bad shape because you drive it, and it's a dream to drive. It feels so nice to drive. You would not know it was in this bad of a shape. But, yeah, it's interesting how it got that. Like, when I say rusty, I mean rusty. It was a sort of rust that just flakes off in your hand. It's corroded the metal and it just flakes off. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And like, I mean, we live on the coast, and like there's salt water around here, so maybe they got it salty, possibly, I don't know. All I know is it's fucking awful how bad it is under there, and it's taken a lot of work to get it sorted, and that's what's taken a lot of my attention lately, is trying to deal with my car. Who do you think is scary, Burn Trap or Ink Demon? Oh, good question, because I'd almost want to say Ink Demon immediately, but then when you really think about Burn Trap, I know he's not canon, but if you think about what he is, he's the Mimic, and that means the Mimic had to kill someone and take that person's corpse in order to create Burn Trap. Like, just and that concept alone, I think, makes him a bit scarier, because he actively would have had to kill someone and use their corpse to create the costume of Burn Trap. And I think that's a scarier concept than what Ink Demon is, honestly. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Ink Demon. Bendy's great. Especially his Dark Revival design is really good. But yeah, no, I think for the concept-wise, and when you really, get down to it and think about it, Burn Trap wins that fight, I think, on who's a bit more creepy. Okay. I'm going to use line work here to make it a bit easier on myself, so I don't have to make a perfect round shape. And just the next layer. I absolutely love this design of Ratchet, right? Here's a Cracking Time model. It's fucking amazing. What always gets me about it is that look at his fucking ankles, man. Look at the... Like, you could have snapped them, mate. They're just so thin. They're so tiny. So one thing about his model that is like, okay, then. Give him tiny fucking calves and ankles. Jesus. I'm not going to line the pattern on the inside because it's more of a light. I have a Discord notification, because when don't I have Discord notifications? Let me mute some servers, actually. so they do not be disturbing me, because I do not want to get disturbed right now while I'm streaming. There we go. No disturbing, please. I am busy. Yeah, I thought I needed this thumbnail for tomorrow, and then I realized, no, I'm not streaming this tomorrow, I don't think, actually. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming the Dawn of the Dragon randomizer, so I did not need this for tomorrow, but you know what, it is still good to get it done. Because I don't know when I'm going to have any other time to do this. So getting it done now is the best way to go about it. Honestly, the schedule I put out for this month of live streams is just so fucking wrong at this point. Like, I'm doing so many different things now. I need to turn my canvas for that. Also, guys, if you're looking for a website, like for a way to like pose anatomy references, or like just pose a reference, like you need to know the angles and stuff, there's a site called justsketch.me, and I use it all the time for posing. I use it for this, to pose this and help me with the angle anatomy on this. I should still have the reference up. Yeah, there we go. And I use that to help me get the pose here right. So really, this website, justsketch.me, is really good if you're looking for like posing things. Really good. I use it a lot if I need to make like an anthro or humanoid character. Also really helps me with the hands. Like, look how decent I managed to get these hands, and it's because I use that site. Because hands suck ass. I think we all know hands suck ass to draw. Yeah, sure, Dino. Just if it's like really bad stuff, then like don't talk about the really, really, really bad stuff if it's really bad stuff, if you know what I mean. Probably that doesn't make sense, but like, you know what I mean, probably. Okay. Oh god, guys, I had an argument with an AI dude yesterday. It was so funny. Guy defending use of AI art, and it was so fucking funny. Because he was like, I agree with you. If it was, but this is my own work that I'm using and putting into AI, when it wasn't his own work that he was using and putting into AI, it was someone else's work that he was putting into the AI, and it was like, bruh, I can literally prove you wrong right now. You absolute moron. So funny. Okay, there we go. Luckily, I've never really had to draw feet. That's somehow never come up in my art career, is drawing feet. Usually the characters I draw who have a full body have shoes on. I've never actually had to draw feet. Don't know how that's never actually come up. Unless you count Lombak's feet, which is Ratchet's feet. He bashed others' opinions. He is the M word for not like an ah. And he called someone with autism. Ah, yeah, no, that is a bad person. It's better off that you do cut them out. I know if you have someone like that in your life, you do cut them out. Don't give them the time of day. Don't give them, you know, any second thought. They're not worth it. Definitely not if they're going to be like that. Again, it's sad though when you get like someone you think is your friend and you think is a decent person, but then they turn around and do that sort of thing, and it's like, bruh, you know, dude, I thought you were decent. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Dino. And hopefully you can find new friends who are even better. Okay, hand. Would the thin be visible? No, it's not visible. It doesn't stick out that much. Okay. So I don't know. I think it is still flat on this side. It's hard to tell. There's not many really good references of his full armor of like certain angles of it. Like that part of the arm. It is what it is. Also, every time I see this render here of him, I have to remember that this is an official render. It's used on the disc case for the EU version. It's actually fucking backwards. It should be, hang on. It should be that way around for it to be accurate, because he's right-handed and that emblem's meant to be on that side, but instead it's this way around. They rendered it this way around, where he's left-handed and the emblem's on that side. Whereas if you look here on this official render, you see the emblem is on this side and he's right-handed. They did this render the wrong way around, and this always bugs me. It always fucking bugs me. And I have to remember that anytime I use it as a reference, it is actually backwards. What is this? Eudora. Yeah, Eudora is such a slept-on bit of music. It's so good. I think I'm in Ratchet & Clank Grave a lot at the moment, to be honest with you guys. I was talking about it a lot yesterday with friends, and now I'm enjoying more Ratchet & Clank and listening to Ratchet & Clank music, and I really think I'm in Ratchet & Clank Grave a lot currently. I do not believe in Bigfoot, no. Not at all. Get this stupid line. Right. This is why you make sketches that are clean, because if you do what I did there, where the line doesn't actually fucking connect, it's hard to get how it's meant to be. That's probably good, I don't know. Cryptids I believe in. No, not really. There's not really any cryptids I believe in, to be honest with you. I mean, there's plenty that I think are really cool, but I wouldn't say I believe in any of them. Like, I definitely don't think any of them are real. Also, hot tip, guys, if you want to erase the end of a line, but you have pressure sensitivity on, you don't want to lose that taper, just use a low-density brush. You can still keep that taper as you erase it. There we go. And I'm actually going to slightly... It's going to slightly blur the line, but whatever. There we go. Okay. What I need to do. Actually, let's do this here. What I'll do is I'll do that first. That. You ever listen to music that you've listened to over and over and you still hear new things in it? Because I just heard a new instrument I didn't even know was in this music. A little like synthy thing that I'd never heard on it before. This happens sometimes, and then you never unhear it once you've heard it. Hello, Skyfox. Welcome in. Good evening, or in my case, good afternoon. It is currently only 4:30 here. So it is afternoon, and it is very rainy, so it looks quite dark. In fact, let me just... I'm going to go on a tab you guys can't see. What is the weather today? Because, like... It said stormy, and it's kind of stormy, but it's also not kind of stormy. Rain, and more rain. Well, British weather, there you go. That sums up British weather. I actually used to use GIMP. GIMP was my first art program. It was actually my first ever art program was GIMP. And honestly, I was thinking of doing a video, and one of the video ideas I had is actually like make a piece of art on GIMP again, see if I can still do it. Because it's so different, and I would be so fucking lost with it now, because it's so foreign compared to Psy, which is what I use now. It being incredibly foreign software now. Because GIMP is more so like a photo editing software than it is an art software, so it's like it's going to be so difficult to use properly now for me. But I think it would be a fun idea to go back to where I started with GIMP. I think it'd be pretty damn cool. I need to... Good night, Sky. Have a good sleep. Time zones suck. That's all I can say. Time zones suck. No one likes time zones. They get in the way of everything. Like when Bun finally gets to ACIT and starts streaming ACIT, I'm going to be staying up all night just to watch him play it. Because I think on Thursday nights, for me, he starts streaming at 10 PM and then finishes streaming at like 2 AM for me. And it's like, I want to watch him play ACIT, but it's so late. Fucking time zones, man. Was that thunder? It was possibly thunder. I shouldn't lose power or anything, even if there is a storm, we'll be fine. That like very rarely happens here. We never get storms bad enough to do that. Internet may slow down a bit, might cut out here and there, but nothing awful should happen. Run for your life, Ratchet. We've got a world record to get. God, I haven't even started speedrunning yet, right? And the world record has already gone down by 10 seconds. Like, oh my god, give me a chance. I've not even started yet. And you're already breaking the world record over and over. It will be my first ever time attempting to speedrun any game. And I am trying it with my favourite ever game because, you know what? I should do it with a game that I know very well. That'll be my best bet of doing well. Is if it's a game that I already know inside and out casually. And if my new game plus speedrunning goes well, I might try 100% speedrunning. That'd be fun. Because I think I remember where everything is and how to get everything. Pretty sure I know every collectible, every skill point, all that sort of thing in the game now. I've done it so many times. Okay. Connect that. Make another layer so I can just do that and then then erase. There we go. Now there's lines on his arm. Are they lines or in? Oh, they're actually wait. Do they glow or do they not glow in Holoflux? Because on that render they glow, on that render they don't. I need to Google this now. Hang on. Ratchet a crack in time. I need to check if those actually glow or not because it's inconsistent. Can I see his Holoflux in game? They do glow in game. I have never fucking noticed that. They actually, I've never noticed those parts actually glow in the game. I have never noticed that. I've just had my mind blown. You learn something new every day. These parts actually do glow in game. Okay, I need to make those actually glowing bits and not just lines, so they need to have depth to them. I've somehow never fucking noticed that. I don't know how I've never noticed that. I mean, I've played this game like more times than I can fucking count, and I have never ever noticed that those parts of the armor actually glow. Ever noticed that. You would think I would by now, but no, I'm blind apparently. Okay, let's do these bits on the chest that glow. This is still his best armor in the series though. At least best default armor, I should say. Not best overall armor, because that goes to probably Hyperflux or Carbonox, but in terms of best default starting armor you get in the game, this is the best by far. Fucking love this armor design. Anytime you speed around a game was Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft's one of the, probably a very good entry point actually for speedrunning. I know it's really competitive, but like in terms of the route, it seems like a fairly simple one compared to other games. I mean, I'm only doing ACIT because it's a game that I've played since I was a kid. It's my all-time favourite game. I know it really well. I can play probably with my eyes closed at this point. So for me, learning the speedrun probably is going to be the easiest for this game. I'm going to be specifically doing the NG Plus speedrun, which is New Game Plus. Which means I will be starting from a completed save file going into challenge mode, where I will still have all my weapons, all my health, all my upgrades, all my armor, all of that. That's the category I'm doing. because I feel that is probably going to be the most fun category for me. I thought about doing any percent, but I wasn't entirely sure. Did I do this on the wrong fucking... I did do that on the wrong layer. Wonderful. I love doing things on the wrong layer. Yeah. What are you doing for Bam Bam kids in your neighbourhood? Honestly, there probably are Bam Bam kids in my neighbourhood. But I do not interact with the kids, so I do not know. And I do not care. Oh, good. I live right next to a school, right? Like, literally down the road from me. And, oh, it's a secondary school, and the kids coming home every day, and they just scream, and it's like, shut up. You don't need to scream. Stop. I don't want to hear you screaming. No one wants to hear you screaming. Shut the fuck up. And teenagers screaming and yelling and swearing and shouting. It's like, just please be quiet. And then they're cycling down the road and taking up the entire road and doing wheelies on their bikes, thinking they're all so cool. Oh, they're so cool, guys. Ah, it sucks. One thing I can say though is I'm glad I don't go to that school anymore, because fuck that place. Because of course it was the school I went to, because why wouldn't I? It's just down the road. And it sucked arse. Absolute arse cheeks. I'm putting way too much detail into this than I need to. But you know what? I don't get to do Ratchet & Clank art very often, so I do enjoy it when I can. I will make the most of being able to make some Ratchet & Clank art. Because it is a joy. I don't get to do it very often. The weather cannot decide what it wants to do. Like, it was raining, and then it went a bit sunny, and now it's raining again. And now it looks like it's fucking nighttime because it's so dark with the clouds. Like, damn, make your mind up, weather. Jeez. It's just weather in a nutshell right here, currently. Come on, get that. There we go. Climate variation, guys. Gotta get it in there. Also, members, I will be making custom badges and stuff for you guys soon. I'm trying to think. I was mainly wanting to figure out Willow's new design and like drawing in my style, but then I realized like I kind of already know what new design is anyway. So at some point, I will be making new badges and stuff for you guys to use. And yeah, new badges, new emojis, stuff like that. I mean, any character ship that is like a minor with an adult is the worst. I absolutely hate the Rivet. Well, there's two Ratchet & Clank. No, there's three Ratchet & Clank ships I really, really, really hate. Okay. Ratchet and Rivet. Because they are basically the same person, just from different dimensions. They're just the same, but they have more of a sibling dynamic than an actual relationship. Plus the fact Ratchet already has a canonical girlfriend, so can we not let him have his girlfriend? And Ratchet X Clank, because why? No, they're friends. Let's not know. And the other one that I really, really hate is Quark and Nefarious. Because... oh, wait, there's another one. Quark and Nefarious and... well, Quark and Nefarious because it feels abusive. Because Quark was Nefarious's bully. And is the reason why he died, and is... yeah, they're enemies. Quark is awful to Nefarious. They should not be in a relationship. And the other one is Dr. Nefarious and Emperor Nefarious. Because not only are they, again, the same person, just different dimensions, but also, again, that is a really, really toxic, abusive relationship, and I do not like that. I don't want to put Nefarious through that. Poor Neffy. Every Neffy ship is like a toxic one. It's like, can we not? Poor toxic. Poor Neff. He doesn't deserve toxic relationship. Well, no. He's a fucking genocidal villain. Yes, he does. But I don't want to sit here. Let's not put him in toxic relationships where he gets abused, the poor lad. when we'll get another Ratchet & Clank game. I know the leaks said 2029, but it's like, maybe it'll happen earlier. Who knows? I have a feeling it'll be the last game in the series, which sucks, but also it would be nice to finally get a conclusion to the whole overarching story. The Lombaxes and stuff. Okay, that's not gonna work. Well, I know nothing about Godzilla or Mothra, so I don't know whether that's valid or not, honestly. No, I do wonder how you ship to creatures like that, but whatever. Okay. Next glove. Okay, I'm gonna just fucking line work that. That'll be easier to do. Okay. Does it have a rim around it? Yeah, it kind of does, actually. That kind of goes around it. Let me do that. I mean, it depends what you define as a bad person. Do you define it as just a villain in the world that is actually not that bad and probably redeemable, or do you define it as someone that's actually really bad? Like, there's a lot of context missing there. Oh, can I get this right? There we go. Oh god. Whew. I did not line those up very well, did I, when I did this sketch? Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, because like, why would you want to put your OC with someone that bad? I would say that's pretty bad shit. Okay. A little bit of an overlap there. Oh, that's fine, by the way. 2 hours, okay. Hello, Yellow, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. And then the thumb coming around. I don't want that layer on. Why is that layer on? Don't need that layer anymore. That's an old sketch layer. There we go. Go to that line. And then picking the bottom up for some line weight variation. Go. Okay. Oh, that's not quite right. There we go. That bit of thickness there to show a little bit of depth between the ridges. This. I'm going to assume the real Spinette that you are indeed yellow. So, in that case, hello, real Spinette. Hello again. Oh, you have a lot of accounts. Then again, I also have 3 accounts, so I can't say much. Because I have this channel, I have my gaming channel, and I have my channel where I upload random shit that I need, like this music compilation. Hello Max, how you doing? Okay, how are we looking? Anywhere else I really need to add? Probably over here, actually, on the hand. Maybe if I send my kid to Yellow's house because they wanted to steal Flo. I mean, why does Yellow have Flo, first of all? Give me my cat back. Flo is currently over on the bed asleep on a old black jacket, so you actually cannot see her because she's a black cat. I can only just about see her there. You had a nap? That is cool, Max. I love napping, except for that I don't nap. You're not still Flo. Leave Flo alone. She is peacefully napping right now. Leave her be. She is asleep. Let her sleep. She needs her beauty sleep. That's Flo. She is a princess and she needs to sleep. And she wants to sleep. Especially when her brother isn't bothering her. Needs to get all the sleep she can while Shelby's asleep as well. Okay. Get it right over on this side. Go about that long. I hate doing long sweeping lines like this. It's going to be so difficult to get them to look right. Is that too straight or is that gone off? No, it's a bit too straight. Too much of a curve. That might have been it. That might have been correct. I might have just got it. Just bring the knee round. Makes that a little bit messy there. There we go. One thing I was actually going to do was I was going to shorten this because it would actually be, due to the angle, a little bit shorter. I think, yeah. Really stupid as tiny ankles he has. Why we actually do have tiny ankles is what I want to know. Like, you do all these flips and massive jumps and landing from big heights and you literally take no fall damage. So, like, how the hell do you have such tiny ankles when you do all that? How do they not snap in half? Because if you ask me, his ankles should have snapped in half by now. Yeah, but Max, like, I thicken them up in my joint, okay? Look at how tiny they are in his actual fucking model. Like, how fucking tiny they are. Like, I fucking love the Kraken-Time model. It's the best model of him. But why are his ankles so tiny? What the fuck? I've never understood it. There is no meat on his bones. I mean, we all know Ratch has always been a skinny bitch, but like, Jesus, mate. It's only his armour that bulks him out, really. Cat's a liquid, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. I always like to joke that he has the orange brain cell because he's an orange cat. Ratchet in the orange brain cell, that's why he's so fucking chaotic at times. Can't tell me this idiot doesn't have an orange brain cell. He has Clank, he doesn't need more brain cells. Yeah, Clank is the brain cell between them. That's why he... I mean, how the fuck does he function in fucking ACIT if he clanks the brain cell then? Because somehow he's actually quite serious at ACIT, but well, he doesn't have clank, and it's like, if clank's a brain cell, how are you functioning right now? Your brain cell is halfway across the universe. Quark is not the brain cell. Quark has 0 brain cells to offer. Then again, maybe because Quark was there, Ratchet's brain cell actually turned on for once in his life. So he had to be the brain cell of the duo. I'm going to tell you what, how happy I was to find this particular image, because it's like the perfect angle of what I wanted for his face. I was like, oh my god, the perfect reference image. I was so pleased. Also, Max, I literally learned something new about this game. Just from drawing it, I've learned something new about the game. The fact that these parts glow in the whole of the Holoflux armor. I did not know that these parts in the arm glow in the Holoflux armor. So I learned something new. Somehow I still learn new things about this game every time, even when I'm not even fucking playing it, apparently. I still learn new things about the game. Yeah, I had to double check it because, like, in that render it's there, but in this render they don't. So I had to go double check, and I looked at in-game screenshots, and yeah, it glows. Those parts glow in-game. I was like, huh, interesting. I did not know that. I have never noticed that. Oh yeah, old Tannis. Come back to that. Let's just get this thigh in. Always find it difficult to draw a crotch. I hate drawing crotches. Take that out of context if you want. What did you do if someone drew characters? Cards? Well, you got rid of the message anyway, so I won't answer, I guess. Guys, it's fucking sunny again. What is our weather? What actually is our weather? If it starts raining again, I'm gonna be just... It's ridiculous. It's giving me a fucking headache, man. Like, if you're gonna have a storm, have a proper fucking storm. And stop dilly-dallying about it. Because it gives me a damn headache. It's not even cold here. It's just dumb rainy weather. Yeah, I can't say caricatures, I just fucking failed at it then for some reason. Fine not to draw in caricatures, I mean if you want. As long as they're not offensive caricatures, who cares? Okay. No, I will do that, that. There we go. Yes, he does indeed have a peg leg. Peg leg with a foot. You might as well have fucking peg legs, they're so fucking tiny. It's generally my one complaint about the ACIT model is that its legs are fucking tiny. And it's like, well, what were you doing, Insomniac? What if I intersect that just below that part? That's not going to be quite right there, so whatever. Just do it there. And that'll do. Good enough. Too big for the razor. There we go. No, and it needs to be higher than that. That'll do. Oh. Okay. Leg. Leg. Wait. Leg. Wait, no. Leg. Okay, good enough. Needs to come down a bit more. Did not stuck that properly. There we go. If the Grinch came to your house, I mean, I don't know, I guess it'd be weird. I do not know what I would do. Guys, my head hurts because of this fucking weather. Can I, like, for once in my life, not have a headache? It'd be lovely. It'd be absolutely amazing if I could just not have a headache once in my life. I would love that. No, that's not a good enough angle. Find an angle that'll be easy to do this with. That'll do. Good enough curve, why not? Okay. Are you excited for the Dawn and Dragon randomizer tomorrow, Max? Because it looks like that's what we're going to be doing. Unless some more votes come in. Shall be playing it tomorrow and then probably playing it on Sunday. I think I can make it to Sunday, so we'll see. It won't be a stream, I'll be there. It'll be a bun stream at least, but I won't be streaming it myself because I cannot stream 3 days in a row. Fuck that. Okay, I need fucking line work here. I can't get this to go properly. And let's try doing things by hand, but if I need it, I will use line work. It makes life so much easier. So what I'm going to do is just swipe a line down there and that'll give me the edge of all of those, preferably, sort of, maybe? Except not really, actually. Edge, 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 edge. That's like that. Finding the soles of shoes are really difficult sometimes. I actually had to download his fucking model just so I could look underneath it and see what his shoes look like. Because I could find no evidence online of underneath his shoes. Hello, Abner, welcome in. Talk about AI overview. I hate the Google AI overview. I can't speak. The Google AI overview sucks. Don't trust it. Never trust it. Don't bother with it. It's not worth your time and efforts trying to figure out what the fuck it's talking about and whether it's correct or not. Because the majority of the time it is not correct and you will be getting false information. can ask you chat GPT shit. So yeah, I'm changing how I've sketched this to make it a little bit more sense. It'll make a little bit more sense if I do it this way. Okay, clean it up. Well, because you thought they were a good person, Dino, so it's going to be sad. You know, you've lost someone you thought you liked and found out they're a piece of shit. That's always going to be a sad time. Always sad times when that happens. There's the bottom of his shoe. Let's bang this one out a little bit. That's the wrong thing. That's the actual brush. I want the eraser. Right, now let's use some light variation to give it a bit more to it. Thicken some areas up. Be very much in the shadow in areas, so I want it to be thick and dark. I think I should make a line work tutorial. Would you guys like a line work tutorial from me on how I do my line work? Because the amount of times like I post my art in places and people say to me, how do you get your line work so thin and it looks good and it's thin? And I'm like, just line weight variation? Just use line weight variation is all you need to do. There's like so many people who are like, I make flat line work, or like they say to themselves they think they make flat line work, and it's like there are loads of things you could do to like stop your line work from making flat. And I feel like I should make a tutorial on it. What do you do if you laid an egg? I don't know what I'd do. I'd be concerned for your health, I guess. Thicken, all we need to do is just slightly thicken some areas and your line work will not look so flat, as long as you just have that variation. There we go, just like that, see? Okay, we just need to do the other leg and then the details on the body and then his tail, and then we can do some colouring. Go. Oh, did I did not add that bit on here. Add that bit on here real quick. So it's like a metal strap that goes on his shoes. I'm gonna pop it out a tiny bit, show some 3D. A little bit. Go. Do it on this side. We'll get the, well, I'm gonna have to fucking line work that. I want to make sure the curve is smooth and correct. Also, have you guys seen that new film that came out this year? Fucking the Animal Farm film, the animated Animal Farm film, and how fucking bad it is? Like, I've only seen clips, and from the clips I've seen, oh my fucking god. George Orwell is rolling in his grave. What the fuck have they done to it? Like, holy shit. So bad. Like, I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I'll watch this because I never actually got to read Animal Park in school, you know. I read the Sherlock books rather than the Animal Park, because you always would get given, like, books to read and read and analyse in English class. And for me, my class did the Sherlock books, or stories, because they weren't actually books originally. The original stories that were published in newspapers. But other classes did Animal Farm, and I bloody loved, like, I absolutely loved the Sherlock stories. They're really good. But I also kind of wish we did Animal Farm, because I'm really interested in that story, actually. I feel like I need to get myself the original book and read it. But yeah, so I thought, because I've never actually really read it, I thought, oh, maybe this would be a good way to learn about it, and I can watch the film and understand it. And nope, not watching that shit. I am not watching that shit. Oh my god. It looks so bad. Yeah, why the fuck is Seth Rogen Napoleon? I'm sorry, and from what I've seen of Napoleon, oh my god, he's awful. And not in oh my god, he's not awful in that he's a well-written villain, awful in that he's just done really badly. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. It's like they tried to make Animal Farm for kids, but Animal Farm is not for kids. No, it's not. No. And I know I'm saying, like, we read it in school, but, like, I meant, like, in school, I mean, like, secondary school, so we're teenagers by that point. Like, usually you read it in year 10 and 11, so by that point you're 15, 16 years old, you're old enough for it. But god, they tried to make it fucking kids thing, like, oh, and it's like 12 and under sort of thing, and it's like, no, you can't do that with Animal Farm. You cannot do that with Animal Farm. You really can't. I haven't read all the Sherlock stories, but I ended up reading Reichenbach Falls. I think it's one of the ones we'd read. We read Reichenbach Falls. We read A Study in Violet is what it's called. I want to say Scarlet, but that's a BBC show. There's a BBC Sherlock show, which I also loved when that was going. I think they called it A Study in Scarlet, but the original story is actually called A Study in Violet, if I remember correctly. We read that one. We read... There's a couple we read. I can't remember the rest now. It was a while ago. And I also read, one of the things I read in English class in school was Of Mice and Men, if you guys have ever read that. It's actually a really good book. Really fucking sad at the end, though. If you know, you know. I think other books we read. There was one we read, oh, I can't remember what it's called, and like, it was one that I actually want to try find now and read again. But it was about these kids found someone in their attic, and this person in their attic is like a fallen angel who had wings but has lost his wings. I don't know if any of you know that, but I remember really liking that in school, and I kind of want to read that again if I can find it. I feel like it's called Skellig or something, I can't remember. That was a good book. Yeah, the BBC Sherlock was really good. I loved that. I love that series. Seth Rogen as Pumbaa works better because Pumbaa is a silly character. Napoleon is not a silly character. Oh guys, get ready for the record scratch. Get ready for it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Everyone loves that record scratch. Okay. Actually, that's going to annoy me if I don't fix that. I wasn't going to fix it because I knew no one would see it, but it would annoy me if I didn't. Okay, now we do the details on the body, and now we can colour. Have this like pattern on the body. Oh yeah, we need to do his tail as well. I always almost forget his tail. Every single time I draw a Ratchet, I almost forget the tail. Kind of a vital part of his design, you know. He kind of needs his tail. You know, Lombaxes have tails. Looking at you, Angela. Just looking at you, Angela. New Blood and Honey is the exact opposite of a New Animal Farm. New Animal Farm is dark, so it turns to film for kids when you... Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't believe what they were doing with that fucking Animal Farm. I've seen clips, and the clips make me want to vomit, and it's like, what the fuck? I've never even read the original story, and I can tell it's a fucking insult. And it's a book that I definitely want to get and read. I thought I made a new layer for this and then forgot to actually draw it on the new layer. Well done, me. Careful of raising. I'm not doing a reading stream. No way. If it was a reading stream, I'd be silent because I can't read out loud to save my life. I really can't. For some reason, I've just never been able to read out loud. I think it's because my brain reads too fast for my mouth to keep up, and I cannot do it. And a little bit of variation in places. Okay, let's give him his tail real quick. Okay, now I'm gonna line work, fuck it. More like the thickness because it has to taper off a little bit. Go. Yeah, it's so bad it turned him into a communist. That's pretty funny. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty bad if the anti-communist thing turns him into a communist. Almost done with the lines, almost done with the lines. Just last little bits. And then we can move on, finally. After like a fucking hour of doing lines. This is how line work, why line work always takes me so fucking long. Okay, what I need to do is... I'm just going to be very simple background. I was actually going to do like a gradient background of like the blue you get in Cracking Time anyway. So Cracking Time is all about blue, and I'm just going to make it blue, and different bits of blue, and more blue, and just blue, blue, blue. I'm just going to give it a quick gradient for the time being. Very quick gradient. And then let's bring in the refs that I'm going to need. This is probably going to give me better. No, not that one. This is probably going to give me a good look at colours. There we go. So we make a colour layer. I'm just going to plop and then adjust that. So I get a colour that seems about right. Yeah, definitely like that. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, fill it all in. I actually don't want these filled in because I'm going to do them differently. Get that. Going to make sure we are in all the gaps. There. Go. So little bits like that, just make sure we're all filled in everywhere. We should be now. Don't think there's anywhere else that's going to lose selection. A little bit in there, it's usually in the corners. And in here, and this little bit here. A little bit there. Okay, raise, there we go. Now I'm just going to colour in a rough colour, or flat colour I should say. Actually what I'm going to do first is fill these in how I want it to. Because I want this to be a little bit transparent, and they can't do that if they're going to be... There you go. It will not get live action remake. There's no way that thing gets live action remake. Zero fucking chance. Okay, I always find this colour difficult. It's like brown, but a reddish brown. Pink colour there. What's orange? Well, really his eyebrows are actually a different colour to his stripes, so let's focus on his eyebrows, which I think that's actually about the right colour right there. No, a little bit more red and reddy orange actually. If I had the right thin, there we go. Yeah, it fucking does. It really does. It's so fucking bad. His stripes are actually a slightly lighter orange, more orange colour. Right? Yeah, they're a little bit more like pale-ish. Just colours are a difficult one to pin down sometimes. Okay, stripes. Of course, be given those a smudge to make sure they look like fur in a bit. Not quite yet though, we don't need to just yet. Where else will stripes be visible? Only on his tail, right? Yeah, it's the only other bit visible with stripes. Got the bands on his tail. Go. Tail. Yeah, I can just do that in colouring or fucking texturing. That's fine. The end of his tail is usually a little bit lighter in tone, but not too much. This is muzzle. It's ever so slightly lighter in tone. And the eyebrows layer, I can also do the nose colour. Nose is an interesting colour. What colour? It's like darkish red, darkish red, darkish red. A little bit less saturated. Why are we talking about grounded videos? That's random. Okay, there we go. We can also add the gums colour in there while we're here, which will be more this sort of colour. Okay, and we want to do his teeth and eyes. So eyes are going to be more slightly tinted blue white, and the eyes are going to be slightly tinted yellow white. Like slightly more tinted yellow. There we go. Right there. And just for now, really roughly put in the... He's got like dark green eyes, right? Yeah, they're sort of dark greenish. You can obviously add different shades in it when we get there. Let me select inside. Okay. Next up is really going to be his armor. Yeah, I think this is armor now, so... Let's get the main colour of the armor in, which is like a dark grey. Yeah, it's just sort of dark grey. Does that look about right? Just mask that. A little bit of red in it. Just to give it some... Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah, that'll be close enough for now. Maybe a tad bit on the dark side. Yeah, there we go. Which is that. It's pretty much all of this. This colour, this colour. Gloves colour, except for the fingers. And the rest of it will be a little bit darker than that. I feel like that might be a tad bit dark actually, compared to what the rest of it's going to be like. There we go. Actually, yeah, this needs to be that colour as well. And then we have a darker grey, which is for this. That. Or helmet in places. darker grey, ever so slightly darker, not too much, just a little bit darker. Nice fuzz on the right layer. A bit darker. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm making this up as I go along, by the way. Just hoping that I'm getting it right. Just hoping that it is going to look correct. Will it? We don't know. We will have to find out. Colouring in bits that haven't quite gotten where they need to go. I've not really been keeping up with Jurassic Park franchise, so I don't know, honestly. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who knows? I need another darker... Yep, yes, another darker colour for the soles of his shoes. Soles are even darker. Okay. Now we add in the lighter metal parts, which are this. These. If I can select properly. There we go. That. 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 These. Around there. This. All of the lighter metal. Right, yeah, that's all the same colour metal, yeah. This. That. This. That. Actually the fingers as well are that colour. This little lip on the helmet is that colour. Yep, okay. So we want not too much lighter, but just lighter. I'll probably do it actually. That's probably enough. Now colouring where it's not quite reached. Oh, I've done that wrong, haven't I? It doesn't matter that bit's filled in, I can just colour over it, it's not a problem. Feeling where it didn't quite reach with the selection. Now we go on to the blue, which is about the same shade everywhere. Blue, 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 and all the blue, 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 and a tiny bit of blue there. And the blue is sort of pop it there for now. And then finally, just a little bit of sweat, because he is working hard. or hardly working. And then you make that a little bit transparent. Okay. He is coloured it. Oh, actually, I need to add in his emblem symbol thingy. So it's sort of meant to be black, but it's got the overlay of the blue on it. So I'm going to make it like that, I reckon. Because of perspective, and then it's on this side as well, but it's upside down here. No, hang on, the outer edge. There we go. Okay, now there we go. Also, I was going to give him his wrench, but it kind of was just there, and it didn't look very good with him holding it, because it would have been like, just like here with him holding it. It would have been going past his head. Like this would have been the handle end, this would have been the wrench end, and it just didn't look very good, so I didn't end up adding that. So now what I'm going to do, give him a little bit of base shade. To start it off. That's not doing very well on there, so what we'll do is we'll put a shade. Very rough shading to start off with. I'm going to try and give it a little bit of lighting to like right now, so I can use that when texturing. Like I said, very rough to start off with. Doesn't need to be perfect right now. Give myself a bit of a guide to follow. It's, like I said, very rough. Just a general rough base of shading. Just like that. I'm going to raise it a little bit here. Okay, what I can do now actually is the first thing I need to do before I actually turn that back on is make my palette. So that I can come back to the original colours if I need them. Always important. Gums. Teeth. Eyes. Eyes. Armor. 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 Shoes. Blue and more blue. That's every colour. So what would happen if someone flung fire at Napoleon from the animal farm? I mean, deserved. He should be burned. Fuck that pig. What the fuck is, like, Napoleon in that film? What am I doing? Get rid of those. Turn those off. Put that back on. Get the palette. Going to turn the palette off for now. I need to grab... Do I have it anywhere? Is a good question. Do I actually have it saved at all? No, I need to grab that. So, bring this tab over here. No, like this. Give me it in a separate tab. I want it in a separate window. No, I want it in a separate window. Thank you. God. Okay, Ratchet and Crack in Time logo is what I need. Specifically the one that does not say future and transparent. Ratchet and Clank, a Crack in Time. Nowhere near done, Max. Nope, nowhere near done. Absolutely nowhere fucking near done. That goes our headers. Save that there. Grab it. There we go. I'm just getting the layout so I know what's going to go where. Okay. Ah, not that big. 200? Nope, 200. There we go. Then into speed run. That's big. Half it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that about there and we'll move Ratchet a little bit. Move him over. There we go. Probably do for that. Just gonna make the logo a little bit bigger. Make this bigger. 50 is probably gonna be good. I'm gonna go 450. Feeling lovely if I kept fucking getting the move. Ah, fuck it, just there we go. You know what? I'm gonna put, because of the way the stupid thing is, I'm gonna do speedrun separately like this, so I can get it a bit closer together like that. Because I'll do that, and then I'll put them on the same layer together. There you go, that'll probably do that. So I didn't want it to be too complicated, just enough. Selection, invert, selection, dilate. That will do. New layer underneath. Black, outlined, there we go. Okay, background, so I'm going to give you a drop shadow. Let's copy, paste, the opacity, turn it black, offset it, filter blur, yeah. Blur, turn it down in opacity, there we go, drop shadow on you. Let's give the text drop shadow. Do that by just duplicating this layer, offset it. So I quite like it like that actually. I might give it a slight blur. Not too much, just there we go. Bring it up a bit, see how I cast a drop shadow on you, there we go. I'm actually going to move the drop shadow around the electric parts, doesn't look very good. Just raise around there, just not on the electric parts. Because that would not be casting a shadow. There we go. Okay. So I wanted the background to be like just different shades of blue, making a really nice background. So what I'm going to do is just give it different shades. So just, you know, somewhat randomly, not too randomly, but just like really, really nice sort of shades to it. A bit greenish in there. I can always adjust as I go. I can do is I can go filter brightness. Okay, the blue down here is a bit much, it's a bit too dark. A bit too like this kind of dark blue. A bit more white going through it. It's like highlights. That kind of blue in there wasn't working very well actually. This is what I do, guys. I just win it as I go and see it looks decent. Scatter brush, I'm going to add in bit spark in the background. I'm just gonna slightly erase him down there. Okay, very simple background. That's what I wanted of it. We'll give Ratchet a drop shadow and some effects when we get there. We are now going to focus on Ratchet though, which means I need my palette. So I'm just going to move over here. Now we can focus on Ratchet. So let's make my colours for each part. So Ratchet is going to need a little bit of a blue overlay to him, so he matches the background. Tad a bit, not too much. Just a little bit, so that. Or do we want to? No, actually, maybe I shouldn't do that. So he stands out a bit more. Actually, I won't do that. So he stands out a bit more. Right, new layer there, get my watercolour brush, give it lots. Get my colours. Actually no, usually I start with the eyes. Let me start with the eyes actually. What layer did I do those on? I need to fucking name my layers, man. Where's the eye layer? There it is. Remember folks, name your fucking layers, don't be me. Let me turn blocks off. This needs to be smoother. Name your damn layers, boys. Don't do a me. Yeah, drawing backgrounds suck. I always hated it. I've never been very good at it. Tiny bit of pink, because eyes do have a little bit of pink in them. Okay, now I can focus on the irises. So, first thing I always do with an iris, I always make the darker colour down here. You know, it could be a little bit, no, usually I have a more saturated colour actually. I give it a more saturated colour. Just in a ring around it. Keep adding in tones, so let's get darker, because he does have some dark green in his eyes as well. Blend that in a little bit. Okay, and then we want a bit of lighter. More towards yellow actually, get different tones in there. Oh, that's gone. There we go. Sorry guys, didn't realise the music thing was gone. Okay. Now we do the details on the outside. Bit of an outside line, just like that. You guys are getting a free tutorial on eyes right now. At least how I do them. Tiny brush. Very lightly make these little lines. Very lightly. Just like that. Now we do the opposite. In the centre of the eye. Around the pupil. More lines coming out from there. This one's a longer and a bit more prevalent. Some dark lines. It's a really easy way to make some quick eyes. And what I like to do is go to my line work layer, put some, what I'll do is I use green here. Usually I use blue, but I'll use green since that's the colour of his eyes, so it'll blend a bit nicer. Some colour reflection from the eyes. And now I'm going to take the eyes layer, which is there. Filter, colour adjustments, brightness, contrast. Put that contrast up a tad bit more. And then be on this side. I feel like I'm not done them right. See how I usually do it. I'll just leave it for now. Let's go with actually doing other parts. I'm going to do his gums because that's an easy part. I'm going to do all the small parts first. Gotta figure out what fucking layer it is. That layer, okay. So I need his nose colour. Make new colours for that. Can't scroll there we go. My blocks back on so I can have a texture. Yes, it's just been very liberal with how much it's putting down. Okay then. Usually it's not so liberal with how much it puts down, but this brush, but okay then. Caught me off guard a little bit. Gums colour. Now what I like to do with gums actually is then colour in the darker colour and then add in the highlight colour. Help if I was on the... there we go. And it gives this feeling of it being gums with depth to them. Which is what gums are like, they have depth. Let's do a teeth. Of course I've simplified his teeth, otherwise he'd look fucking terrifying. If I did not simplify his teeth, he would look terrifying. More or less, you know. Nice simplified teeth. There's, well, also the fact that I could not be asked to do every single individual tooth. That would take way too long. So maybe I'll give like an impression of every tooth here, but yeah, I'm not doing every single tooth. Like maybe I'll do like possibly where the teeth would be. Like, just do little round blots. So you can kind of possibly see that there'd be teeth there. But I'm not doing it too detailed. Don't need to. Do not need to. There we go. Here, a little bit darker. Well, I can't go any darker than that, so I have to do that in the shading layers. What else is a small part I can do? I mean, I can do the these bits real quick. They will have a little bit of. Pop them on. There we go. Okay, the white doesn't want to show up on them. I'll do that in a different way. What do is I'll do the white on this layer. And then go to the that layer, dark blue, and I'm going to change the outline. Be more bluish. So that. It look a little bit more blended in. There we go. Okay. Let's do his eyebrows. Eyebrow colour. A little bit lighter than that. There. Eyebrow colour is on this layer. Here's where we start doing fur. Is it fur or hair if it's the eyebrow? I guess hair, but he's furry, he's fluffy. It's technically fur, but hair or whatever. I'm just going to call it fur. Start doing the rough look of a fur texture. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, just need to represent it. Show off that there is fluff and fur here. You know, I act like I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I just wing it, guys. I just do shit until it looks decent. It's my method. And by decent, I mean at least acceptable. Right, with the ear stripes, I need to, and the tail stripes for that matter, that bristle, give it that texture so it looks like the fur going through it. Same on the tail. So that gives it the idea that it is fur, it's not just stationary. Okay, now we're going on to the main fur here. So we give a general bit first. Who hath pinned me? Oh, it's in me and Lexi. Go away, thank you. Do not care about your giveaway right now. Do a general pass over. Where there would be shade. Right now in these areas. I'm rushing a little bit because I do want to get it done and I'm getting tired. A bit of lighter shading. Right about where it would be a bit of a highlight, right on the lip of the eyes, cheeks, here on the chin. Hello Julia, welcome in. A little bit over here, not too much because there's more in darkness over here. Go. Thin highlights, the ears. I'm like, whoa, what are they called? They're ears, Drago. Come on. Okay, and then let's do the same for the tail real quick. And then we start adding in the actual fur texture. Guess what, guys? I need to pee. I'm about to go pee. Because I'm getting distracted because I need to pee. I will be back in a minute. I'm just gonna go pee real quick. I'll be back in a minute. I promise I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Now we do the fur texture on Ratchet. I start with his ear, I think, because that's going to give me a bit of a warm-up for doing it. And I just do it by doing rough strokes, just like this. The brush I use blends it together nicely. I have to be careful because it can muddy it up a little bit like that, so I have to be careful. Oh, I'm not comfortable the way I'm sat right now. Why am I DM'd again? Go away, I'm busy. Alright, yeah, video, yeah, okay, new video, guys. Go watch that, I guess. If you want, I don't know, or stay. Do what you want. I will be here doing this until I'm finished with the drawing. Because I need it done, or I'm going to be screwed, because I do not have time to do this in any other way other than doing it on a stream. Like, I have to use the stream to do it because I'm not going to have time otherwise. What I'm going to do is actually grab the original. That's why I keep the original colour in case I need to grab it again, and just add some of that back in to get rid of some of the muddiness. But I always like to do a colour palette so I can get the original colour back if I need to for whatever reason. Like right here, I'm just getting rid of some of the muddiness from having blended those two tones together. Give me the dark back. A bit of a rim light in places where it's going to be catching light that's bouncing around. Okay, I will do the other in a minute. Oh my god, I've just spilled water everywhere. Well. I did not realise how full up my water was. I need to go get a tissue. I'll be back. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm going to even keep my microphone on. This is funny. Judging me from afar. Bring that up a bit. Nothing happened, we're fine. There is not water everywhere, I promise. Annoyingly, it has sunk into my desk mat, which means my desk mat is now wet and I can't get the fuck. God damn it. It's not meant to happen. Ah. Oh well, that'll dry, it's just water. Not hit anything important. I picked up my fucking glass of water and didn't realise how full it was, and so I tipped it and it went everywhere. Fuck's sake. Okay. I didn't have any tissues in it, I had to go grab some. Okay. Back to Ratchet. Oh, my pen is wet. Oh, for God's sake, I didn't get my pen. Jesus. Oh, no, I'm just... Guys, it's not going well. Where did that go? Fuck. Where did that go? What the... Oh my god, hang on. Where did that go? Where the fuck? Oh, I'm not losing the end of my pen. I'm gonna be so annoyed. Where the fuck did that go? Guys, it's an utter disaster. I'm gonna be so fucking annoyed if I've lost the end of that pen because it's gonna annoy me. Ugh. I am on the floor. Where's it gone? No, seriously, where the fuck did it go? How did it... How did it disappear? How the fuck? Oh, my headphones are falling off. Shit. Okay, seriously, how the fuck did that just disappear like that? What in the fucking... Fuck? Oh my god, everything's tangled. There we go. Goes up there. Guys, it happens. Not a Drago stream without chaos. I don't even know if you can hear me right now. I'm under my desk. Okay, well that's not good. Huh. I mean, I can draw without it. It's just annoying. How in the fuck? It's obviously just bounced and gone somewhere. Oh, and I don't know how in the fuck that's happened. Wonderful. Basically, my tablet pen has a little fucking rubber bit on the end, and it's purely cosmetic, but it's going to annoy me if it's not there, and it's pinned off and gone somewhere. But it's black, and all of my shit is black. So how am I going to find it? Is it falling on the PS3? That's black. I'm confused. Can you help me look? The cat's helping. I'm going to look for it later, aren't I? No. Like that. So confused. Okay, well, I'll look for it later. That sucks. Oh, I'll get myself up. Oh, do you want to ring? Well, that's gone. gone. Gone forever, probably. Doubt I'll find that again. Oh, that sucks. I don't think this tablet is even made anymore. It's so old. Hey, I'll find it eventually, probably. Sucks, but it is what it is. I can still use the tablet. It's just now I'm missing a rubber bit. That's going to be very annoying. I'm just confused on where the fuck it went. Because my pen was wet, so I wiped it off in my shirt and that pinned it off somewhere. And I saw it go, and I can't find it. Like, I'm looking in the direction that it went, and it's fucking disappeared. And I do not appreciate that. And my voice is going now. Oh, I need more hydration. Okay, now let's do his face. Let's do his neck actually first. Got a little bit of texture on his neck. Okay. FaceTime. That is an app. God, there's not actually much of his fur visible with this armor. It's only really his face, ears, and tail that I have to worry about. Which is very helpful. It means I can save time. God, the wet patch of water is right where I usually put my hand. It's so annoying. I am a disaster at the moment. Is this Gemlik base? Yeah, it is. Gemlik base is so good. I love how there's so many like similar names in the series that we have Gemlik base and Gimlik Valley. It's like they've run out of fucking names. I mean, they're in different galaxies, so I guess they're far enough away to share names. Or similar names. We are definitely getting there. Oh, my fucking throat keeps catching when I keep trying to talk. It's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Been doing that all stream. I've been trying to swallow it down, and it's like, no, well, I'm gonna prevent you from talking. It's like that's the whole point of me streaming. Let me talk. Okay, we are almost done with the face fur. Then we can do the tail fur, and then we can do the armor, and then we can do the final. Then we do the final shade, and then we're done. After we've done all that. So decent amount to do, but also not too much in the grand scheme of things. We are getting there, definitely getting there with it. It's nice when I'm not in a fucking rush for the timer because Bun is playing a game. It's stressful doing that. Here I can actually get to my full potential because I'm not pressured. Tail should be nice and easy, it's just doing lines like this. Oh yeah, I've got to do the pattern as well, put the fur pattern on the stripes too. Now let's on this. Some little stripes here. Show it sort of poofing out. Like poofs, we like it to poof a bit, we like it to be poofy. Good old poofiness. Nice and poofy tail. Give that texture. There we go. Now let's do the patterns. So that is this colour here. Get that correct. Take the shades. Just do that quickly here. Okay, then here. And then we go do it on the tail. And then we move on to doing the armor. Which I think is like, I can assume is made out of leather, is what I assume. Other than the metal parts, obviously. I think if you look at it in the ripped apart version of it, then it does look like leather. You don't see it so much in the PS3 version because it's not as detailed, but in the PS5 ripped apart, I think you see. I think it's like a leather texture. There we go. Okay. Next up, do the main bulk of armor, which is. Can I see my map? That colour? Yeah, that colour. The main armor bulk. A little more on the red. A little more. That'll do. That layer. Okay. Now we do the armor. Again, it's mostly going to just be getting the form in. Making sure all the form and 3D-ness is there. What we are trying to do. here there will be a highlight because that's the knee. Back here is the thigh. There would also be a slight dip there between thigh and knee. Like here, this will all be nice and bright because this is thigh and it's round and it's catching the light. But at the same time, these are different segments, so I need to also differentiate the segments. Bring that shadow up around there like that. Differentiate the segments a bit. A little bit of a ridge there, darker. And then on this bit we go lighter. Because that gives it a bit of a ridge. Not much, just a bit of a ridge, which gives it that 3D look. What we are looking for. Expand it down a tad. So maybe the light would go down a bit, join into the thigh. That. Go in here, use a hard brush, it's really angled, make sure that's how it should be. Do the same along these ridges. In general, we've got shadow coming down here. Going in to make this form of the crease in the leg. Then we're going to make this ridge. Doesn't need to be too dark, just needs to somewhat separate it. Same on this bit. Light on the other side, just to really help make sure it doesn't look too flat is the main thing. Don't worry too much about making it perfect, just as long as it looks okay. So these will be slightly ridged, a bit of 3D to them. Dark under there where that's coming in. To exaggerate 3D forms is the main part here, is what I do in this part of the art, is just making sure you can see that things are 3D and not just flat. I'm concentrated now, by the way, so I'm not talking much. So I would love to get this finished. Be amazing if I could. We're actually on good pace to be finished fairly decently soon, hopefully. Again, we have the ridges. These are obviously slightly inset into the arm. So we want to make sure that's shown. Okay, this bit. And we want to show edges and 3D-ness here. Would that be the word 3D-ness? I have no idea. No clue if that would actually be the word for it. 3D-ness is what I'm going to call it. Bounce light around. Have a bit of bounce light. Actually, no, I preferred it without that. Be a tad bit there, just to differentiate that a little bit. Okay, let's do the next dark grey. This layer, there we go. Next up are these bits. Yeah, I want to make sure it looks 3D and not flat. I'm adding in ridges. So I also don't mind if it looks a little bit painted. Like, I quite like that look sometimes when you can see the brush strokes. I don't mind that look. I don't mind if it looks a little bit like that. This is such a good bit of music. One of the reused tracks from the first game into the third game. one shoe, go to the other leg and shoe. A little bit more complicated. Slightly different angle. I did not add that in, and I'll fix what's missing there when I get to that layer. This is like the most wasted piece of music on a boss fight that lasts all 5 seconds, and it's so good. Okay, the helmet is that dark. Let's give the helmet its texture. Yeah, almost there. Yeah, getting there. Yippee! I'm just going to do the soles of the feet. And then we'll move on to the lighter metal, and then the blue, and then we are pretty much done. I've just got to add a few more layers of shading after that. Wait, no, that's not what I'm doing this colour. Hang on, this is the colour I'm doing right now. Soul of that colour layer, whatever you want to call it. Kinda hard to see here, but I am winning it. I'm improvising, as they would say in the shitty 2016 movie we like to pretend it doesn't exist. Fuck that movie. Actually, fuck that movie. Just putting that out there. Not much on this side. There we go. Now the light metal needs doing. This. Nice highlight on this one. Maybe not that bright, maybe about there. Oh, I need a drink again. Let's hope I don't spill it everywhere this time. Oh. I actually did. I actually did just fucking spill it again. I swear to God. Oh my God. Apparently I'm clumsy with my waters today. Oh, we don't need you right now, ignore that timer. We are indeed creating fingers. Okay. They're not looking too bad. I always get worried about shading fingers. Because you want to get the detail of them in there, but it's also really hard to do so and not make them look freaky. Okay. I've so got this. I have so got this. We are so finishing this. I've got this. I have so got this. I say with totally 100% confidence right now. I can finish this in good time. I am being a little bit lazy with this. Like, I can't be bothered to do it like fully properly. I could do this better, but yeah, can't be bothered right now. It's only for a thumbnail, and it's only for me. It's not like it's commissioned by someone. If it was a commission piece, I'd be putting a lot more care and detail into this right now. But it is not a commission piece, therefore it does not matter as much. This is an underrated bit of music as well. It's a fun little track for Clank. It works really well for Clank. Thank you, Veery. Appreciate it. And welcome in. Just one colour. There we go. Once we've done these little bits, it'll be doing just the blue bits, which will be nice, simple, just making them glow. And then we'll be on to the final shading layers, And then we'll be done. We will be done. And I will finally have a thumbnail for this. Oh man, I'm tired now. I just get to a point where I get really tired. Little bits I can tidy up with actual shading and like, because I tend to call this more my texture and shade time than shading stage, more my texture and stage where I just try to define all the 3D shapes and add in texture like the fur texture and stuff. So I'm just trying to get it all to look 3D at the moment. I love this brush because I can just put down what I need and then blend it out all in one go. I don't have to keep changing brushes. It's lovely. Absolutely love this brush. Never found a brush like it in any other program. I've only found it in Psy. Never been able to replicate it anywhere else. Bits down here. The idea of making Courtney's boss theme an actual like pop song was a genius idea. It was absolutely genius. Whoever it is on that came up with that needed a raise. Whether they're still working there or not, I don't know. There's some employee from 2004. One thing's for sure, it was not the Grelbin dev. If you know, you know. Yeah, oh yeah, I need to do the fingers. God, I almost forgot to do the fingers in other parts here. Hang on, let me finish up here. Let me finish here properly. That defines it a bit better. Fingers and thumb. Okay, here needs a little bit of fixing because I didn't quite. There we go. And there as well. There we go. Really, I should rotate my canvas here, but you know what? I am lazy. Okay, the blue parts are the next parts, and you know what? I'm just gonna win it. Darker blue and a much lighter blue. To do these parts. Middle is a lighter blue. But they're kind of blue, and maybe I need to do it more like that. And then I can add in like white highlight. Can make them glow with different layers. Oh, could I accidentally go? Okay, that wasn't meant to happen. There we go. I do have a bit of a plan for how I'm going to do these. I'm going to just use hard mix lighten layers and make them glow nicely. Now we're just going to get the general idea of the glow in there. I've just so you can hear a little bit of Gorn in this, a little bit of Gorn in the Veltsin theme. It's clever. I do like Gorn. Gorn's probably my favourite of the ship themes. Gorn is so good. Veltsin is very good, and Mopash is very good. They're all very good. All the ship themes are really good. They definitely cooked on the ship themes. Do you have a plan for this? What I'll probably do is put like an overlay on these that covers both this blue and that blue, just to unify it a bit more. And we'll get there when we get there. Like right here, you can hear a bit of the Gorn track here. That little bit in the background. New. That's from Gorn. There's the helmet parts. Anything that is blue glows. A little bit there. Okay. Okay, and then finally okay. Now we do the final shader layers and then we are all done. That will be it after that. So, overlay, blue. Let's do the final bits of shading, which are going to be the more refined shading parts. Shade, I think. Light down. Okay. Gives it all a little bit more depth in places where it's needed. And I will be giving us a little bit of a soft edge once I've got it all in there. We want to get it all in first. Just focusing to get this done now, because I am tired. I am the big tired right now, and getting this done means I can go rest. God, this track was the perfect introduction to the PS3 era. Absolutely perfect. Like, still had the charm of the old music, but just introduced us to what the new music would be like, and it was like perfect. Like, it kept the charm of the old games, but then introduced us to the new dramatic story, and it was like, oh, it's so good, this music. Thank you, Veery. Hopefully it will look decent once I've got all the final shading in. This just gets the final little bit of definition in that's needed in some places. Okay. Down there. Body down here. There we go. I did not shade that bit. Hang on, I need to fix that. I did not give that bit what it needed. I don't want to lose this curve. Fuck. There we go, that's that. It was these two colours. That's why I always make the palette in case I need to go back to it. Because I did not do this bit. Yeah, on my gaming channel, I always try to make sure to draw the thumbnails. This channel, I tend to just edit some assets together I have of Willow and things, but on my gaming channel, I always try to make them drawn thumbnails, because like, it means that my gaming channel is a bit more unique from other gaming channels. You know? Gives my channel a style over other gaming channels. And there we go. Now we can go back to doing this. Give me that. Back. There we go. And now go to that again. Okay, back in business. think that's where all that needs to be. I'm going to give it an ever so slight blur. Not too much, just soften it a little bit. And now we add in highlights. Add in using a lighter blue like that. Speaking of the ship tracks, here is Rupash Nebula. I love Rupash Nebula. All of them are good. I've been pinned. Who hath pinned me? Oh, it's an announcement. Why did you pin everyone for that? That's not a big announcement. Go away. Gets the highlights it needs. We are definitely getting there though, in terms of almost being done. You know what's really funny? I think my mum's just been in my car and it probably feels really weird for her to be in a manual. She always drives on auto. I like manual cars though. I just like the feeling of changing the gears. It's nice. You feel a little bit more in control of the car. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't turn my nose up on an auto. They're easier. But no, I like the fact that you can actually feel the car in a manual. You feel like you're in more control of the car. At least to me, I feel like I'm in more control of the car for a manual than an auto. I feel like an auto, just you take your filter brake and off it goes, and I don't know. Like, they're easy and they're helpful. Like, if you do a lot of driving, then maybe an auto's helpful, because, you know, a manual can get a bit tedious, but, like, I like being in that control with the clutch. I don't know, I wouldn't say no to an auto. I would have an auto, just for the ease, but I would not, I do quite like the clutch on my car. I do quite like having the clutch. I just feel like it gives me more control of the car. So almost there. Go on, here it is. I love this bit. I love this track. This track is so good. Oh, it's so good. Track is so slept on. Here comes a good bit. So good. Okay, and now we give these their blue. All of this glow. Oh, here comes a really good bit. Here we go. Anyway, there's blue, there is glow. That's what kind of car I've never got a driver's license. I mean, I went manual because here in the UK, you can't drive manual unless you learn in a manual. So, like, say if someone learned in an auto and passed a test in an auto, but they wanted to drive a manual, legally they cannot. They have to have learned and passed in a manual to be able to drive a manual. So I chose manual in order to have that choice. Because here in the UK, to get a cheap little manual car as your first car is so easy compared to trying to find a cheap little auto. Because cheap little autos are so much more expensive. So I thought if I learn to drive in a manual, that'll make finding a new car, a first time car, easy. And I will have the choice of both. I won't be limited to auto. That's why I chose manual. And it can take a little while. I mean, getting used to the clutch can be a bit of a pain. But you get there with it. You definitely will get there with it. Hello, Moth. I'm afraid you've arrived just as we're finishing up. I'm literally almost done. I'm adding in the finishing touches right now. You always turn up at the end, Moth. These are literally the finishing touches as we speak. Trying to add a bit of blue highlight where those lights are. Oh, this track is so good. I love Gorn. Needs more love. Okay. What I actually want to do is add a tiny bit more shade. Tiny bit more shade. Just here. And this little bit. He has seen horrors behind his comprehension. And why do you think he's running, Hamza? What do you think he's running away from? Horrors beyond his comprehension is what he's running away from. And then I just want to darken it in this area because it would be darker there. Okay, and now what I do, remove that, remove all that. I need to export you as a PNG. And then re-import you. Hang on, I need to find the fucking file. Where have I saved it? There. Re-import. There we go. So now we have that on a collective layer. It's all on one layer now. And then we copy. No, yes, copy. Offset. Bring down in opacity. Copy. Offset. Bring down in the opacity. Copy. Offset. Bring down in opacity. And we get a little speed effect right there by doing that. Nice and easy. And then we want to gradually blur them as they go out as well. So that was fairly blurred. This one's a little bit blurred. Just a little blurred. movement. It's the easiest way to do motion blur. I don't actually know any other ways to do motion blur other than like smearing the image itself, and I don't want to do that, so it's the easiest way to do motion blur in that respect. Because I don't want to smear the actual image is the thing. Because I could do it by like taking the smear and like, hang on, taking smear and like, you know, doing, being on the right layer first of all. And like doing this and actually smearing the image, but I don't want to do that, you know. I've never liked looking how it looks like that, so I'm going to do it this way. That's probably done now. What I do need to do is make sure you're silhouetted against that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset you this way. Give you that. Turn it down. Go like that for a drop shadow. I feel like it needs to be lighter. Like, is he too dark? Oh, bright Ratchet. Nah, he's fine. Needs to do a bit more of a light on these. They're really out there glowing. And these bits mainly, the bigger bits. Well, he is speedrunning. He's got to go fast for speedrunning. Can't speedrun if you go slow. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make the background darker, I think. What I'm going to do is filter... Okay, that looks kind of sick, though. Is it just me, or does that look really cool, actually, like that? Like with the background more like that? Oh, do I like it like that, or do I like... Ugh! Or do I like it brighter like this? So that's cool, but like, looking at it from afar, that doesn't let Ratchet stand out. I'm wanting Ratchet to stand out a bit more. That's what I'm doing. Even that little bit of light. Not that much different, actually. I need you to stand out, bud. I need you to stand out a bit more, buddy. How can I make you stand out a bit more? Maybe rather than the drop shadow, let me do this. Ah, fuck. I did not deselect that part. Fuck my life. Hang on. There we go. Selection, not invert. Selection, dilate. New layer on white. Fill. Shine. Blur. Yeah, there we go. That lets him stand out a bit more doing that. That helps him stand out. Don't need to be so. I think what I'll do is I'll add Maybe make this less, actually. It's lesser. I asked you to be overlay. Thank you. Yeah, I think that'll do. I mean, maybe if I put blue tint over him. It does help him blend in more, but do we really need that for a thumbnail? Not really. Okay, I think that's it. Let's sign it real quick. There's actually also, just quickly, what layer is that on? There we go. Oh, it overlaps. Erase it. Okay, and then we'll sign it. There we go, and then we're done. We'll put the signature, I don't know. Somewhere it can't be erased. Okay. Right, let me... Yeah, now I'll put it there. That's it, we've got the fucking thumbnail done. Yay, I can use a thumbnail now. Ooh, we're good. Ooh, actually, there's one more thing I need to add. One more thing. 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 I'll put it up there. One more thing. Actually, I will just give it a drop shadow. There we go. Now we're done. Yippee! We did it. Whoa, it's done. We got a thumbnail for the live streams of me dying trying to speedrun this game. Whew, okay. I can't even remember what I have scheduled for next week, to be honest with you. But tomorrow, Dawn of the Dragon Randomizer, that's what we're doing on the gaming channel, so go subscribe to that if you want to do that. Link is in the description. Yeah, so thank you everyone for coming out, and goodbye, I guess. I have no words, apparently. Words are not coming to brain. Brain is not braining. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all next week. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Or I'll see you tomorrow if you go there. Okay, goodbye.